Good evening, good evening, guys. This is Power Media's very first podcast, and I am Officer Etienne. I'm the Power Media program advisor, and we're gonna go around the table and introduce ourselves to the public.
Okay, I'm Andre Barnes. I'm the director of the Miami Police Athletic League.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm Elias. I go to school next door. Here trying new things with Pal Media.
What school do you go to?
Law Enforcement Officers, Memorial High School.
All right. So for those of you who are wondering, what is Power Media? We're gonna start from the very beginning, and then to give you more of an idea of what is PAL and Power Media.
So, Andre, what is Pal?
What is PAL?
Yeah, what is PAL? Like, I have no idea what is
PAL,
PAL.
yeah.
It's the Police Athletic League. It was actually started in New York, actually. It has grown. We actually started our Miami Police Athletic League in 1995 as a way to build positive relationships between the community and the Miami Police Department. So we've been going pretty strong now. It's, what would that be, 25 years? 27 years? 27, 28. We're in 2023. So it'll be 28 years this year of us hosting this program. And it's grown tremendously in the last 10 years. So we're definitely excited about programs like the media program.
Comfortable with that. I like it.
I don't know. I'm kind of like lost a little bit. Can you ask me the next question and see what's
Still
going
lost.
Oh, okay,
Still lost.
I'm in the hot seat.
I do actually. I want to know about the history of Pal.
So basically, it was something that was started in New York to kind of find a way for officers to connect with youth, as I was saying before. Every PAL is a little bit different in how they choose to engage with it, based on region, based on size, based on the resources that they have for the community. But you've seen it where it's grown, where the understanding, I think, is very important, as you've seen in the new times that have come up lately, in the different situations that have come up where the lack of that partnership between the communities and the police departments, where it can be kind of crazy. But, thankfully, we're in the city of Miami. I think we've done a pretty good job with building those relationships, and it starts with the youth, right? Because some adults, they're kind of ingrained in what they are, but it's a chance for us to start with the youth, get them to see the positive light, to see officers as human beings, and getting to know them and their families, and then mentoring them and building not just positive relationships, but just creating positive youth in the community that we can grow from and continue.
Yeah, I mean, as an officer, I recently left patrol to come to community relations, and every time someone calls the police, they're always in distress. Whether it be that a crime was committed to them, or their car is missing, stolen, they got robbed, they lost something, they got into a fight. So we're always responding when this person is in distress. So from my 6 years experience, I've only encountered the public in the negative light. They're not calling us to celebrate and have a party. And I love this program because it's a different light of policing. You know what I'm saying? So like we interact with the public in a more positive way.
Definitely. Like, we're able to celebrate their grades when they're doing well in school. We're able to go out to the schools and see them and, just give them extra encouragement maybe on a day when they weren't prepared. And those relationships are important. I mean, you were able, I think, to come out to the Shop with a Cop for a little bit. I think, were you? Or you're still on Helpers?
I was in Little Helpers.
That's important too, though.
That's a great event.
Being at the Shop with a Cop, which she was a part of that.
Great event.
And so just getting to be a part of a positive experience, right? Mm-hmm. And then, on a day when it could be Christmas, the holidays can be sad for a lot of people for a number of reasons. But just for that moment in time for them to say, man, you know what? I was with a city Miami police officer today. We laughed, we joked, we were able to buy a whole bunch of gifts and take a whole bunch of their money that they would have used to make their days a little bit brighter.
Was there a spending limit for each kid?
So we did $150 this year, thanks to
Okay.
Brayman and the Community Police Relations Foundation as well. And Walmart, we were able to really impact, I think, almost 100 kids this year with 150. And some of them went over. They were really trying to get all kind of items. And I think the greatest thing about that, with thinking about Shop with a Cop, was seeing youth out there purchasing things for their friends, for their sisters, their brothers, for their moms, for their dads, which, me, I wasn't on that when I was a kid. $150 was going straight to me. But to see those kids thinking about other kids and thinking about their family members was something that just floored me, you know. I think that really just brought the whole point of the Christmas spirit home, that it's not just about getting, but what were you wanna
Awesome.
give.
Awesome. You got any more questions for
I do. You
I was
said
done.
not yet.
Okay, all right.
You said Powell had athletic, a league, programs. What kind of programs do they have?
The programs have varied. So right now we just completed our tackle football and cheer season. We had our 9U win a championship in the league, which was amazing. But our 6U as well, they won a ranked up championship.
Right.
So that was great. Our cheerleaders, they won a couple trophies in their league as well. And we had a couple people, we went up to State of Florida PAL, and they actually brought home 2 more championships. So that was a really amazing season. We still have our Police Explorer program.
Very awesome program.
They're awesome, right?
Love it there. It was great. It's great there. Let me tell you.
Do you happen to be a Police Explorer?
I do. I love the advisor as well, Officer Barrios.
That's
It's great.
awesome.
Post 106.
Awesome. So we have our Explorers, and they're getting ready for their competition, which comes up over spring break. So we're hoping that they bring home some trophies as well. We just started basketball. We have our track and field program and our flag program that are also underway. What's crazy is even with that, we still are focusing on the mentoring aspect, which is, they do in the Explorer program. We also have our STEM program, which is going on now, and they're working on robotics and their
That's
chess
awesome.
team. So we're going to have a chess team out there.
Hey.
Awesome.
You know, we're trying to get trophies everywhere.
great.
We're trying to get trophies everywhere.
You're missing one more program that's new to PAL.
That's new to PAL. I think we're good.
You sure?
Yeah, I think.
He missed PAL Media.
How media.
He missed PAL Media. So,
Wow.
So we have a brand new program within PAL, which is PAL Media. So, Andre, I'm sorry to bash you a little bit. So,
You're good.
how did PAL Media start? Because I was in there, so I'm gonna let you tell the story.
So
of
it
their
started
history.
thanks to Major Guerra. We were starting off with the pandemic. We couldn't figure out how we are going to get around our kids with COVID, but we wanted to make sure that they knew that we still cared about them, that we were thinking about them. And so it actually started in this room, but it wasn't so beautiful at that point. It wasn't painted, and TVs and chairs and lighting and stuff. We actually just had an iPhone. And we just got on Instagram one day, and it started with, we were reading books to the kids. We started a game trivia show, so hopefully, little hint that we had a game show going on. We're giving out prizes and everything, man. So, maybe you guys can win a privilege to drive Etienne's car or something like that.
Oh wow! my car is not cool. I have a Ford. I don't even know what it's called. Ford Fusion.
Okay.
4 cylinders.
Oh, you got the fusion.
Goes 2 miles per hour, so it's not. It's not marked. There's no fancy lights or anything like that. It's nothing crazy.
Okay, so we'll have to figure out a new prize then.
Yeah, maybe the slingshot.
Yeah, that might work.
Yeah.
So, but we were doing game shows. We did workouts. We even started hosting live chat sessions with other pals, where we were able to connect with them, and so it was awesome. So then it was like, what can we do more? And our major just continued to push the envelope on it. We did PAL karaoke live, where we had voting and things like that.
That's
so
awesome.
stay on the lookout, because I believe karaoke is coming back very soon, based on a conversation I had as well. But that's where it came from. AT&T was very generous and donating some funds, so they were able to redo the room and get equipment in for the kids so they could really learn. And now we have Etienne here, so we're looking to take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, so I guess so. Thanks again for Major Guerra for broadening the program, and his vision and my vision is that we step up the media with like more professional content, with professional cameras and of course audio, and the goal is to have the youth run the program.
Right.
Our very first member is Elias, and I say your name right, Elias, right?
Elias.
Elias. Our very first member is Elias, and pretty much the youth will be running the podcast. They'll be running the events. We're planning on having like a news, like a weekly news where we discuss current events, future events, past events, how we did, and talk about the the football games or different events we have going on, like Halloween and such. And also, they'll be learning how to use cameras, lighting, photography, videography, editing, video editing, photography editing, creating flyers. So anything that's within media. And we're looking for youth from the age of 14 to 18, high school. So Elias is our first, and we want to see more of you guys. We're ready. We're ready to run. We have 3 Sony cameras that for you guys to use and learn, and hopefully, one of you guys could like take those skills and take it to your civilian life, and then have a job or have a side income from photography, videography, or media career. Elias, why did you join Power Media?
Why? Okay. So I was actually at a parade that we had for MLK parade. We had POW there, we had Explorers there. It was great, and I met you. It was great. It was a great experience. Photography has always been a thing of mine. I guess ever since middle school, I've always thought about doing it. It's always been there as like a little side thing. Taking pictures is very nice. Videography, all of that. It's pretty cool. So when I heard about POW Media and I saw it on social media, I was like, oh, well, I've got to do this. I've got to give it a try. First day here. I love it so far. It was great. Nice meeting you. Always.
Nice meeting you as well.
It's always a pleasure. So, yeah.
So this podcast, as you see here, Elias helped me set it up together. I'll put a picture later on. We have 2 cameras and 3 lights. In the future, when we have a mixer board, I'm not sure if one of my cameras pick it up over here, where we have the headphones running in there, and the mics are recording the audio in our laptop over here. That Elias helped me put together, and like I said, the youth will be running the podcast, where they'll be creating their own topics and discussing and talking to each other. And we're going to be posting our Power Media, once a week, if possible.
Yeah.
All right. You had any more questions for me, Elias?
Any more questions? Actually, I do. What got you into photography?
Was that?
What got you into photography?
All right. So a funny story is that my wife, we had our firstborn baby, and she wanted to pay $500 for newborn photography, and I was like, no, we're not. And we had a camera laying there that we bought to take family pictures, and we never used it. And someone told me, that to upgrade the lens, and you'll see a difference. So I went to Best Buy, asked around for a good lens for that particular camera, and I bought a new lens. I went home, took a test shot, and I was blown away, because back then the iPhones weren't like as good as they are now.
Yeah.
So I was blown away at the quality that I seen on that camera, and I was so excited. And so I started taking that camera everywhere with me, taking all my family pictures and taking all like my friends' pictures. Wherever I could go, I would take that camera with me, and then it took off from there. So it's like a hobby of mine.
That's awesome.
No side hustle. A hobby of mine.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. One more question for you, Andre.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Why did you step out the podcast room?
Yeah. So if the public wanted to join, how can they?
That's a great question.
I think that might be a question for Etienne at this point.
For which was the media? POW Media?
Or POW Media and POW in general.
So I think the best thing would probably be to reach out to Officer Etienne actually at this point. But we're going to work on actually being able to sign up online. You can always go to www.miamipow.org. I'm sure Elaine will create something like here or here. Well, maybe it'll be Elaine actually. Elias, I'm sorry, doing that.
Yeah.
So we'll get Elias to learn how to put it like here or there. Some nice little.
We'll have it right here. All
hyperlink.
Yeah. I think
so
get it like spinning or something.
Yeah.
So for now, guys, if you want to join POW Media, we're located in the city of Miami, which is downtown Miami, at the Central Station. So if you could travel to us, we're meeting. Our set dates for meetups are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. But you could come in any days between Tuesday and Friday, between after school. You know, I'm sure there's work for us to do, editing, creating more content. But their set days are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. If you want to join, send us a DM right now on our Instagram, and you could. I have a page, advertisement on Instagram with more info on there as well.
Okay. Will they be able to leave like maybe a comment on YouTube or anything, or?
Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
No. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be something great. And the tools that you use, I mean, you'll be able to create your own podcast, create your own reels. Y'all can show me how to create a reel because I've never done a reel before.
We're gonna start dancing. Like,
Yeah.
All right, so I think that will conclude the podcast for today, right?
All right.
Think so.
But I thought every show we're gonna end with like a dance from Officer Etienne. No.
No, per department policy. Per department policy, I'm not allowed to dance in uniform. So
man.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so
respect.
coming right back, we're gonna do a quick change and then
Quick change.